You see that, you'd have to imagine that the leash for Tyler Lyons is awfully short.
Definitely. And now maybe because of that strikeout, they may sit down Carlos Martinez as he's watching, and now you see him on the phone, and we'll see if he sits down or not. He should be warm plenty, you know, if he
even it foul. And I wonder if part of the equation too, Al, is that we're dealing with a guy that primarily has been a starter, so now working out of the bullpen, you're going to give him ample time to get loose and prepare.
I would agree with that, but I'll tell you, most Latin players like Carlos Martinez, they get ready really quick. They can make the,
with the exception of one inning.
And I think Mike Matheny's looking at the fact that, okay, he's thrown 90 pitches. You know, I don't want to come get him in the middle of an inning. I want Martinez, who's been starting at the minor leagues, to come in fresh, do what he's accustomed to do, start an inning. And I think that Mike is also thinking that, okay, I got 5 from.
Big Cardinal fan is here. Roger Jarvis. Roger Jarvis here with family from Potosi, Missouri. Glad that he's here at the ballpark tonight. And I know his wife Sharon is home watching and making sure Roger gets home back to safely in Potosi. Catch made by Holiday as Martinez is our Chevy call to the pen.
Carlos Martinez is making his 12th appearance. He had 1 save during, or excuse me, 1 start. He's 0-1 with an ERA over 6. Very talented youngster, but still on the learning curve.
You say the learning curve, Al. What does he really need to work on as you get a look here at Ludwig after the fly out of Jay Bruce?
I might surprise you if I tell you he needs to work on a sinker. He throws a high octane. There's 98-mile-an-hour 4-seam fastball, but it's straight. It can have a devastating curveball, but everything is set up with that fastball, and even though it's 98, a lot of times guys are centering that pitch.
Mentioned straight, but yet watch his delivery. Kind of slings the ball up there, and you'd think he'd get that tailing action on some of his pitches. There's that good sink there at 95.
Yeah. I mean, there are times when that ball just really does. You know, he's very athletic built. You know, he's a small guy by today's standards, but he's very athletic. And it seems like all the Latin pitchers, they all have a little bit of a sling.
99. Good start here. Yeah, 99 on the gun from Martinez and his first strikeout of the night.
And I just don't see him having the stamina for a starter in the starting rotation. So that's why I like him coming out of the bullpen. And if he can get hitters to swing a pitch this far outside, not too many of them going to hit. That's not the way Ludwig would want to teach someone, or way you want to replicate his swing.
He's gotten the first 2, and here's Mesoraco with a base hit into right. A 2-out hit for the Reds catcher, and it extends the inning to Cozart.
Mesoraco's first time up was when he hit that ball to shortstop that ate up Descalzo, went for an error, and really turned that inning around. 4 runs were scored, 3 of them unearned.
The 5 innings tonight for Tyler Lyons. He strikes out 7. That's a career high for him. So 2 outs and a pitch taken low by Zach Cozart. Rarely do you see 2 triples hit in 1 inning, and the Reds did that back in the 2nd. That really was the undoing for Tyler Lyons. Outside of that, very good outing. The 5 innings and 7 strikeouts. 1 earned run in 5 innings pitched. Remember, 3 of the 4 runs unearned. Can't catch up to that. Hit out of play. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Look at how pitching has evolved over the last several years. You used to see somebody, 1 guy maybe, if you were lucky, a guy that threw 98 on a staff. Now you've got so many. So hitters have really geared and adjusted to that And you throw a high octane fastball, it's not that big a deal. They see it all the time now. But when you throw that hard, you can throw a lot, overthrow mistakes.
But swung on and missed. 2 strikes on Cozart. And you think about Lyons, he goes through 3 different times. Chu, Frazier, Votto, Phillips, and was able to handle them for the most part. Lifted into left center field. That will get down. Mesoraco on his way to third. They'll wave him in. The relay to the plate is not in time. Zach Cozart having a big night. That's a double that drives in the 5th run. Cincinnati, and it's 5-3. Got the first 2 with relative ease, and now just like that, back to a 2-run lead.
There you see the ball and how they're hitting it, and they hit it pretty well. So scores Mesoraco, a catcher from first base, on the ball to left center. It's 97 miles an hour, but I'm saying they hit the ball and they firm it up pretty well.
Two outs and a runner at second base. Here's Mike Leake. Leake has walked and scored back in the 2nd. And a strikeout back in the 4th. Martinez is throwing 98. He has hit 99, and the pitcher Mike Leake, pretty good cut. Popped up, playable. Adams over. He's got it. RBI double for Cozart. 5-3 Cincinnati. Watch fireworks. It's all presented by Cooper Tires. Pittsburgh in town. Fireworks on Friday. Saturday, the McGee jersey giveaway. Sunday, the pennant giveaway. And it's all coming your way when we return after the next road trip. Here's the top of the lineup. In Chu, Frazier, and Votto. 2nd inning of work for Carlos Martinez. Lions threw 85 pitches, 52 were strikes, and there's a fastball bounce towards second. Carpenter makes the play, and Shin-Soo Choo is over 3 with a walk in 2 Ks. You think about facing the Braves, the game gets short, especially when you're trailing and you know that you've got Kimbrel at the back end of their games. Well, in this situation, you've got 2 more innings, and then all of a sudden Aroldis Chapman is standing on the mound.
Exactly right. So put up zeros, let the offense come back. As we showed earlier, neither the Cincinnati Reds or the Cardinals are very good at coming from behind. Cardinals got a start in this game with 3 runs, trailing 4-0.
Really, a story for the Reds has been Zach Cozart. It's been red hot, 8 RBIs in his last 4 games, multi-hit games coming in his last 6. There's a ground ball that's pulled foul. And this is the first time he's had both a double and a triple in the same game, and both have delivered RBIs. Ouch. It's a second Red that's been hit. This time it's Frazier.
The ball is almost behind him. As Sai gets him just below the buttocks, high on the, it'll be the hamstring, I guess. Votto was the first one hit by Lions, and it was unintentional on a breaking ball. Some of them still hurt, though, don't they?
It was 86, according to the gun. And here is Votto. He was hit by a pitch, a breaking ball by Lions. That's taken low and away at 95 miles. 1 ball, no strikes. Votto has struck out looking back in the first. Hit by a pitch next time up, and then struck out again in the fifth.
It's a changeup that hit Frazier.
In the air. Right center. Jay sliding. Oh, did he catch it? He did. Back to the bag at first goes Frazier. And what a play in right center field again by John Jay.
Ball hung up a long time and looked like it wasn't sure whether John Jay was going to get to it, as Alan Craig kind of stayed out of his way. Out in right center, you can see the long run he makes. He's running awful hard, and then he makes that little slide, and really a very tough play, and he makes it look easy. Ball hitting the glove right there. Like outfielders like to have a real pliable webbing, but oftentimes you'll catch it and you'll lose the ball. But that time with the backhand, he catches it and holds on. Nice play, John Jay. Just like you said, Dan.
2 outs, and here is Phillips.
%16% on our poll, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Phillips is one of those guys that if he's on your team, you absolutely love him. You love his athleticism. You love his just what a good person he is on and off the field. But if you're on the other side, he can kind of get under your skin with some of the things he does. But he is a very good player that most clubs would love to have.
Here's a 1-1. In the air again, out to center field. A little bit easier this time for Jay. Makes the catch. Martinez a scoreless inning. The Cardinals have Freeze. Descalso. Martinez. First pitch to him. And Craig hits a high fly ball. Opposite way. Grand slam. Alan Craig. Stadium rocking right now.
The machine, Alan Craig, and if you don't give him a curtain call, they may tear down this stadium. Alan Craig's 13th home run, his RBI total up to 95, and there he rewards the fans with what they.
But the grand slam tonight, the first for Alan Craig. The bullpen has done a very